Growing up in a house that consists of immigrants who hail from the Philippines means that this house is going to be really full. Uh, we really jammed the house up for a good year or two in my life. Yeah, at least in my mom's life. My mom lived with her sister, my aunt, and her mom, my grandma, along with three of my aunt's children, and to my knowledge, I think also my uncle. So it was pretty packed. After 2 or 3 years, I think around when I was like maybe, I don't know, like 3 or 4, I finally moved to our own home, or more of our own apartment. And so now it was just me, my mom, my grandma, and my uncle. Around when I was 6 or 7, my dad finally came into the picture because I guess they finally worked out my dad's paperwork. My dad finally got like a visa to come here to America. Throughout this entire time, I never had my own bedroom. When I was finally old enough to sleep by myself, which was around 6 or 7, and this was when we had moved again, I didn't have my own bedroom. Instead, I had my own little space on the corner of my parents' bedroom. That was just a bed, and I had my own dresser and a wall where I like to put my drawings, my sketches and stuff. Other than that, no privacy. When I was around 8 or 9, we moved one final time, and that's where I live today, right now. And for a good while, again, no bedroom. Instead, I slept on the top bunk, shared with my uncle. He would be on the bottom bunk, and my grandma would have her own twin bed on the other side of the room. Now, this may get you thinking, oh, these must be big rooms. They're not. They're not big rooms at all. After a few years later, I guess my parents decided that, hey, I think it's time for you to have your own space. I was placed in the corner of the living room where I didn't even have my dresser there. I actually had my dresser in my parents' bedroom, and that's where I went and changed because, again, this was the living room. All there was my small bed in the corner. It was partitioned off by, well, these partitions. And my grandma liked to watch television in the living room more than in the bedroom. And so every maybe like 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, she would hop into the living room, turn on the TV, and it was one of those really like staticky old 4x3 resolution televisions that had a very like loud on noise. And from watching television in the evening before, it would always be set really loud. So this television became my alarm clock. I didn't need an actual alarm clock. I had the television. So here I am today, 24. I still live in the living room with my parents and my grandma. My uncle passed away. My grandma has her own bedroom, and my parents have their own bedroom. The house is a 2-bedroom house. I have since expanded the area in the living room, kind of like cutting the living room into a third, and that third being my area. I have my computer set up, my guitar, my 2 guitars, I mean. I got my own little, it's not really a dresser, it's like one of those like zip up, zip down type wardrobe things. I have space in between this wardrobe and my bed, and my bed's still small. It's still like a small bed. And my grandma is kind of physically disabled enough that she doesn't go into the living room anymore. She remains in her bedroom, so I feel really bad for her, but you know, it is what it is. And So, therefore, having said that, no one really goes into the living room. I'm the one that lives in the living room. That's sort of become my bedroom. But here's the thing. The little transition from the living room into the hallway to where the two bedrooms are and the kitchen and the bathroom, there's no door. If you tune into my streams, you may see in the background that I have a brown sort of curtain draped in this archway. It's not even an archway, but you know what I mean. I can hear everything. Everything. I can hear when my grandma opens the door and scoots her way with her like scooter thingy to the bathroom or to the kitchen. I can hear when people come up the stairs. I can hear when people are cooking in the kitchen on the other side. Sometimes they don't even close the door to the kitchen, so I hear and smell everything. It's a lot. It's a lot. And moreover, I can't fully be myself. It's really hindered how I talk to people, like on Discord. I talk in a lower voice sometimes. I don't want to like disturb, the rest of the house. Even during my streams, sometimes I talk in a lower voice. The only times when I talk normally, if you've noticed, if you come to my streams, it's like that's when no one's home but my grandma, and like she usually stays in the bedroom, and that's all fine, And also my grandma plays the television quite loudly, so she can't really hear what I'm saying. But when people start to come home, I go lower. I go lower. My sense of privacy has gone away. Throughout my, career in Twitch streaming, I've met a couple of people in the chat in my community that have a similar situation where they lack this privacy as well. One of them, oh man, and this happens to me too sometimes. One of them, sometimes, at least they have a bedroom, I think, but sometimes I think their mom comes into their room and just starts vacuuming whilst they stream as well, and it's like, man, I feel that. That's why I take Thursdays off now, because Thursdays, both my parents are home, and typically this is when they do all the chores. They do the laundry, they do cooking, they do grocery shopping. So when they come back, they come up and down the stairs with tons and tons of groceries. And now, of course, I help too with the groceries and stuff, but like, that's my thing. I'd have to stop stream for a second just to help them out and stuff. So Thursday is just a no-go. What I've noticed with this lack of privacy, I have this sort of embarrassment for what I do. I'm always like wondering what my parents think I'm doing. I always wonder if they're eavesdropping. And this has happened all my life. I never really had a place to be comfortable with my surroundings. And it sucks. And if you're in this situation, I'm with you, man. You're not alone. What I've been trying to make myself think, and it's been working a lot, so I recommend you do it too. And you may have heard this already. Man, just be patient. As long as you're actively working towards getting your own place, as long as you're working towards graduating high school, and maybe after that getting a job or going to university out of town, as long as you're being active, you got this. It'll get better. It'll all be okay. Just please be patient. I'm still being patient. We got this, all right? It'll all be okay. So I just wanted to get that out of there because I feel like it's important. It's important for people to hear this who are in my situation. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. If you decide to like and subscribe, I'd very much appreciate it. I'll see you next time.